Are the young people indisciplined?
When they are not, and I want to agree with her when we are asking who exactly has the bar to say, or the standard to say that we are being indisciplined. And the DP starts by saying that we need mentorship. And I want to look at who are our mentors. Is he and Joho supposed to be our mentors? How can they show us what vice is and then demand virtue from us? It is impossible. The young people are a result of the general society and the community. And so if the young people are indisciplined, it is a very clear mirror of what the society is, because basically it is monkey see and monkey do. And so we are just doing what they have taught us to do well. It is wrong to say that we are indisciplined, because truly when we agree with what they are saying, that is when we are being called discipline. When we cheer for them and say, miaka ingine tano for our president, that is being disciplined. But when we say this is wrong and we stand our ground, it becomes a problem to them. And then that is when they are redefining discipline into indiscipline. The young people went to the streets in June, and they were killed. They did what was constitutionally right. And so the protest morphed into an online one where they believed, or where we believed, that we won't be touchable. But then we see that young people from the silhouettes, and again I want to say that that man in the casket is just an old man. Our president is very much alive, and he has proved it over and over again. And so I don't know why the head of the country is reacting to pictures of an old man in a casket, of silhouettes. How does he know how his shadow looks like? And why is he reacting as the head of the country? It is so uncouth and very unsettling to us. And if we're supposed to follow what is discipline, then we are not ready to be disciplined as the young people. We are very ready to be indisciplined, because this country, if we go the way we are going, we won't have a future for us and our children. And so the government should be ready that we will continue to be indisciplined if that is their definition of indiscipline. Yes,
All right. That's an interesting perspective coming from the Reverend. Okay.
Many people have come out to condemn the way the Kenya Kwanza regime reacted over the pictures which were being spread online. Majority of these pictures were AI generated and they led to abduction of many young Kenyans, majority of them being below the age of 25. And this has really spread criticism among many Kenyans, people citing that it's really unfair, and the way the government has been doing this whole saga is really becoming very bad. However, very close president allies were very quick to push out their narrative, especially people like Kimani Ichung'wah, who said that the young people were being sponsored to abduct themselves. But in reality, behind the scenes, people are being abducted and people are missing. Families are crying over what is happening in Kenya. Here is a feature of what happened to some people who were abducted and released.
Baada ya madakika chumba yangu ikafunguliwa, ikamulikwa torch, yule askari akakuja akafungua pingu na akaanza kunipiga makofi. Akaniambia mnaachiliwa, na ile joto mmeleta Kenya ni joto kubwa sana. So tunaomba msijaribu kwenda kwa any media kwenda kuelezea jinsi mahali mmekuwa na kudescribe ile torture mmepitia. Tutawarudia atuwaue. Na wakachukua sellotape wakanifunga around na wakafunga mikono zangu. So wakafungua mlango kama kuna ka corridor, akanisimamisha. Nikasikia akiambia Longto, naambia ndugu yako muone asiai jaribu kwenda kwa maandamano, wala asiaonekana frontliner.
When we were released, actually we were thrown somewhere near Gashie, the last point of Kitisiru. There's a river. From Kitisiru, you are coming to somewhere close to Bishop's Road. There's an estate there. When we were thrown there, we were told to sit down. We were masked, but with sellotapes, and all our hands with sellotapes, so that we can just remove and proceed. So we handed back our phones and some 300 shillings for transport. once they told us, kindly don't open the masks or the sellotapes until you hear the sound of the vehicle has gone. We actually did that. When we opened ourselves, our phones were 0%, so they could not light up because I wanted to know where I was. We did not know where we were at that point, but we could see an estate some distance or along Bishop's Road. I told my brother, let's go to that estate. If you can get watchmans, we charge our phones. So once we reached that estate, we narrated our ordeal to the watchmen. And they told us, you guys, you've been in the media for the longest time. We charged our phones. I called my brother, Abdul Longton. They told him, now we've been thrown somewhere in Gashia. Come pick us. They started coming from Kitengela. And I also called some human rights bodies, told them we've been released. They came to our rescue. They took us to a safe house. They took us for medical attention. So we stayed in Nairobi for about 3 weeks at their own cost, the human rights organizations. Then we were brought back to Kitengela. I lost 16 kgs within a month.